he is being persecuted. Luckily, it will go round. One day, there will be the people that will be persecuted, and we'll celebrate that. We'll remind them that when Kanu was behind bars, you were in charge. Your children were in charge. Your daughters were in charge. Your uncles and parents were in charge. Therefore, now, keep quiet, remain silent, enjoy what you have subjected other people to enjoy in the past.
All right, good morning, Pastor. Yesterday, Mahdi Shehu, a northern philosopher, was interviewed on a very massive news platform, and he said that Buhari was in collaboration with the Yorubas due to ego and envy, and that is why they are still holding him in Nnamdi Kanu. I don't understand this statement. Can you elaborate for me?
God bless you. My name remains Evangelist Benjamin Johnson as a Snachi, the only Biafran evangelist who speak the truth and stand by the truth and ready to end by the truth. Listen and listen go. The philosopher said the ego. I told you people before that why they don't want to release Mahdi Nnamdi Kanu, why Mahdi Nnamdi Kanu was still in detention is this. They believe that by kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu, they will silence their agitation. And that is one. Two, why they don't want to release Mahdi Nnamdi Kanu? Because they saw in Nigerian court of law, he defeated former President Buhari. He defeated Nigeria, even in Nigeria as a nation. So that it will be a kind of slap on their face, on their look. Are you getting? How can, because to them, they believe that, how can this small boy, because they don't know the level, his educational standard of what he's fighting for, of what he's standing for. So they believe it's somebody that they can just curb in a corner, just like they have been doing with Ohaneze Ndigbo and the former agitator leader of Masaboko, who was written, during the Obasanjo time, he covered that one and settled him, and that one silent. But they thought that this one will go the same way, but they don't know that this one is a different species from different angle. Now listen and listen good. The philosopher said the gospel truth. They saw, because they believe, and Bello have said it, that they are afraid of Igbos. Bello said it, that they are afraid of Igbos. They are scared. And the pride, that the Igbos have pride, that they want to cut the pride. And one of the Northerners said again that the Igbos should do what? Accept Islam. That they are reacting with Yorubas because the West here have surrendered to Islam. Are you getting it? So on this note, but Igbos are still proving stubborn. So on that note, they are not happy and they don't want Igbos to stand. So keeping Nnamdi Kanu there is, to them, is a key point of silencing and stopping this agitation. But they never knew that somebody like Simon Akpan does exist, even before the kidnapping of Mahdi Nnamdi Kanu. And they did not even believe that somebody like that will go as far as where he is now, or to take the matter to the level it is now. So the philosopher is pointing out some things that makes Nigeria to do what? To fail. Are you getting it? He's pointing out the failure of Nigeria, because surely whether Nigeria like it or not, the world have seen it. Biafra is standing. Biafra is going. Biafra is standing. And there is nothing Nigeria can do about it. Prince Charles have hands up in Nnamdi case. Is that also? England have hands up there. That is to tell you that it is no longer a game of maybe England to support like before, during the war that they call Civil War. That the game now is a different game. It's a different ball game. So now listen, the philosopher on the other hand, is telling the world and telling us that out of pride that makes Nigeria not to release Nnamdi Kanu, not that the man committed anything, not that the man is going against the law. He has not gone against the law, neither has he done anything contrary to the law. But out of their own pride and ego, self-pride, that makes somebody, both Tinubu and Buhari, still keep him in the custody of DSS.
But Pastor, my argument and confusion is, why are his own fellow Southern brothers, like the Uzodimas, Umayis, why are they not pushing for his release? Because after all, what Nnamdi stands for is the glorification, and that drive to ensure that Igbo fulfill their potential. Why are those guys, not for him?
One, they are eating from Nigeria. You don't expect them to agree on a system like that. Two, that same pride, ego of a thing, that who is Nnamdi Kanu? Why should Biafra come through him? Mr. Nobody. Because in Nigeria, you and I know very well, Nnamdi Kanu is not known. Neither his father known in any political this thing in Nigeria. Are you getting it? He's a young man who came up from nowhere. You understand? But the fame the guy is having today, that them and the respect that the young man is commanding today, that even them, the governors, are not getting it from their people. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
Out of that envy and out of that strife, that's why you see them fighting against the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu. Are you getting it?
Yeah,
so envy, pride, and strife that makes them to do that, and because too they are eating from the government.
Finally, Pastor, is it still this envy that made Shetima to go to United Nations to go and support an unknown state, a state like Palestine that is terrorizing Israel, instead of him to even support for one day the Biafran agitators, his own fellow African people?
It's out of envy, because Biafra are known as Christian people. They are not Islam. And there can never be a nation like Biafra standing to defend Islam. So if you watch his statement, the statement was based on the religion. Are you getting it? And the standing there was based on the region. So he's trying to defend Palestine being an Islamic nation. Unfortunately and unknowingly to him, that what he said there, or what he went there to utter out, will be used against him, because he himself is going against indigenous man's right, like Nnamdi Kanu, according to the statement, stated that it takes only the indigenous person of the land to do what? To fight for freedom. Is that not so?
Yeah.
Now, Palestine are not indigenous owner of that land, but because they were Islam, that's why he stood to support them. And here in Nigeria, we, the Biafrans, the Igbos, the land is our own. We are the indigenous. It belongs to us and it's our own from our ancestors. Out of that envy and strife and hatred, that is why they still Captain Nnamdi Kanu, because he's from the east, he's an Igbo man, and he's fighting for freedom, and they kept him in DSS custody, and they are violating the law of human rights against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are going against his right.
Thank you very much, Pastor.
Out of hatred.
Thank you very much, Pastor, for that.
God bless you.
We are submission. Good morning. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is held judiciously only based on envy and anger. These are the words of Shehu, a northern philosopher. Welcome, them. I don't understand this word. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is only held extrajudicially because of envy and anger of Tinubu with Buhari combined. Can you, explain that to me?
I am Mr. Paradeni Okokondem. In this Republic of Biafra, Liba Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You see, sometimes people in a society, there are different people in a society. They are honest people in a society. This is why I always argue with some people that not every tribe is bad. Not every tribe can condone evil, whether it's done to them, their tribe, or other people and other tribe. You see, this northern philosopher have come out to speak up the truth. One of the things that made Nnamdi Kanu to be where he is now really is pride and ego, which lead to prejudice against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu onye ndu anyị. Now, if you watch it, when Nnamdi Kanu was outside before he was arrested, the convoy he moved with, the escort he moved with, the hailing they hailed him, even American president haven't received it. And the non president will be in power. See a citizen or a subject in the country he is ruling, moving with long queue. People were hailing him. And if you watch, whenever Nnamdi Kanu is moving, he moves with Biafran flag, which means he's a president of a nation. He's a president of his own. And these people don't like it. Governors don't like it. Politicians don't like it. Nnamdi Kanu was a household word. Lovers of all people. Even if you pass to this Lagos, all the delegations will come out. If you go to North, even the Fulani themselves will come out to see who Nnamdi Kanu is. Everybody wants to know who he is. So this thing made the government in power then and now have that envy, have that prejudice in them, that this man is taking glory over them. This man have the honor even a president himself will not have. Look at it, wherever Nnamdi Kanu went that time, it seemed that they come to political campaign, and they are fearing that eventually, if this guy, they don't know whether he really fighting for Biafra or he want to build a political empire, you know, like a OPC and Nedeco. They later build it to political empire, make it to become a political party. From that AD and OPC is what Tinubu build up to become a president today. So they are fearing that if this guy eventually, maybe they don't know whether he will cajole others to build his political empire tomorrow to become president. All this were in their mind that made them. And moreover, not only the president, the north or the west, but the main problem of envy, of jealousy, that lead to prejudice. As that northern professor or philosopher said, the worst part of it is Igbo people. That's the worst problem. You understand? Like Ifeanyi, the late Ifeanyi sold Nnamdi Kanu out to have his way as a governor, the next governor after Soludo or so. You understand? Now, this enviness, jealousy is one of the things that lead DOS to betray Ikoso. One of the most strong Biafra commander, known as Ikoso, who was killed before Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, is prejudice of his people. They betray him, including Ifeanyi Ejiofor, Nnamdi Kanu lawyer. They plan and kill Ikoso with Nigerian bullets. You have seen, even if you come and this envy, prejudice is what leading to getting some moneta, kill him, get some moneta, Finland, another nation, get some moneta. To the extent Ikenga Uruago came out and said, instead of Biafra to be got to achieve Biafra through some moneta, let the Biafra scatter. What do you think that one is?
That's envy. That's envy. Serious envy.
Eh? Let it be scattered. Which they want Biafra, but they don't want it to come. Unhealthy competition among the Igbos, and that's always the problem of Igbo man. Unhealthy competition among themselves. They don't do competition among the outsiders. The outsiders will give them condition, they will accept. But when their brother rise up, they will say no. Mostly when they rise up to do good thing in Igbo land, they tell you no. Wait, let me go do them, and do they will not do. Ohanes and Igbo, how can we be? Nnamdi Kanu will be railing. Igbo politicians, how can we be? Nnamdi Kanu will be railing. Governors, how can we be? Nnamdi Kanu will be railing. This is why they use really. Government have their own rule to play their own role, but these people are masterminded architecture of where Nnamdi Kanu is. Look at it. Deputy Speaker of House of Rep, the current Deputy Speaker of House Representative, Kanu, have come out and say Nnamdi Kanu is not in charge. They are the one that is in charge. Is Nnamdi Kanu contending political post with you? Or Simon Ekpa? No, Simon Ekpa is not in charge. They are the one that is in charge. Is Simon Ekpa contending political post with you? Is someone like in Nigeria? Have you should not contest? But why are you shouting? Someone Ekpa is not in charge. Is it what? Enviness. Prejudice. Have you seen? This is part of the thing that put Nnamdi Kanu into that where he is. Governor of the case, we are the one commanding. Nobody can do this in a Biafra land. Nobody can do this. Defend their people, you cannot defend. Someone ever come to defend them, you say no. You are the one in charge. Nobody can give order. But I tell the masses of Biafra, when someone ever talk, they will obey. When you talk, they will not obey. You stop sit at home, they tell you say no. You carry army, carry police, go, they tell you no. Now, but someone will say, go, they will go. 30 days lockdown, they obey. 7 days lockdown, they obey. Sit at home, they obey. And they say you are in charge, not someone else. You understand? So that professor, philosopher, not a philosopher, said the truth. And the people like that, it's very hardly you get them up to two in a society. In any society, it's very hard. If there's a society cannot let people like that, we will take that risk without minding how their own tribe or if some people will rise up against him or criticize him. He come out and say the truth. So that man, I think, is supposed not to be a Nigerian at all. Whether Igbo, whether Yoruba, whether Hausa, whether Fulani, he's supposed not to be a Nigerian. He's supposed to be above Nigeria.
Well, he's a Nigerian, and to be candid and surprised, He's a northerner.
He's a northerner for that matter.
Thank you very much.
God will bless him. He said, "No, with him. They are speaking out the truth."
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I am Mr. Fadeni Okokondele in this Republic of Biafra. Lead by Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and this happy Obi government of Biafra. Father Yahweh, I thank thee, I bless and magnify your name for all you have done to us. Omo Biafra, ona na hakwa na onye ndị robo gburu leche denche benile Simon Nepa ara hakwa na ka ihe mmeka ra gele gị omo Biafra ka emesịa nọ mbosi takacho no were chi ọ gaje le mana ha Jesus. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Long live Simon Nepa. Long live Finland people. Long live our friends all over the world. Long live Nigeria if they want to live. Thank you.
Thank you.